Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to the Maker's Gonna Learn YouTube channel.
Happy Wednesday.
Y'all, who is ready to get crafty? I feel like it's been multiple weeks that I've been unable to attend the live stream, and it's been very unwell with me. So I have missed you guys. I hope you all are doing so good. How is your June going? Let us know in the comments down below. Whether you're watching the replay or you're watching live with us, go ahead and drop us a comment and let us know how you've been, what you've got going on. Today we have a super fun project.
So much fun and so easy, and really one that I feel like if you aren't or you don't have the capabilities to do sublimation, is very adaptable.
Yes, this one's great. So you could do this for print and cut. You could do this in so many different ways. So today, if you do not have our sublimation course, today could be a great day to grab it. Sadie, will you have that link available for anyone? Forgot to mention that. That is super fun. And then number two, you can get a lot of design space skills from watching this training today. We're going to break it down. We're going to build you up. We're going to kind of pull in some patterns for Maker's Gonna Learn.
Yep.
We don't work with patterns a ton, and I think you should work with them more because I think we should work with them more.
And sublimation and print and cut are two absolutely amazing, like, different techniques to utilize those patterns.
Yes, I mean, two super easy ways that you can start using more patterns today. So whether you're sublimating, whether you are just designing more like labels, anything print and cut related, you're gonna be able to pull in these patterns. You're gonna use them in so many different ways to help you kind of elevate your designing and do so much more there without, again, having to buy a bunch of colors of vinyl, do a bunch of layers, you know the drill, things like that. So you won't have to worry about that or go through all of that as much. So what we have today, I'm super excited to let you guys know. If you are not a member, all right, y'all, how many non-members do we have here today? Because I'm so excited that you can join Maker's Gonna Learn for $1. Crazy.
What?
7 days, $1, and you get 20 download credits.
That's amazing.
Lauren, at any time, you can download all 20 right like today and decide maybe you want to just stay a monthly member. You can do whatever, cancel at any time.
Wow.
It is super fun. It's a 7-day trial, and they can get in there. They can poke around the website. They can watch over 50 classes.
Are you serious?
They can watch all of our member-only courses.
Wow.
They can check out our library of downloads. They can check out the 13,000 plus cut files, over 1,000 plus fonts. They can even join the Facebook group.
So
Can you believe that?
That's insane. My next question is, if they join for $1, they get 20 downloads. Is that just cut files or fonts included?
Either one.
Y'all, the fonts,
one.
to get in there and download, if I were to download 20, if y'all are buying stuff off of Etsy, like buying files and fonts off
crazy.
Etsy, you know how expensive fonts can be.
So expensive.
I mean, the fonts right
It's
there.
5 cents a download, if you really break it down.
Done. Sign me up.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
in.
crazy. It's super fun. So we're so excited. I want to give a shout out to our good friend Autumn. Autumn's watching today. So hi Autumn, we miss you.
Hi,
Hope you're doing well. We
Audie.
love you. So good to see you. I think she's here live with us, so it's so much fun. Y'all, can we just give a shout out to the barber? He really took care of me this time. Thank you. I know. I was like, I need something fresh for summer, and he really took care of me. So shout out to Christian. Thank you, Christian. But yeah, so woohoo, got the class. If you are not in our sublimation course, I will let you guys know it is $70 off. There is a payment plan, so you can do pay in full, payment plan, whichever one you want. So grab that course today, 70 off. The price is going up very soon. But what you'll get in there is exclusive sublimation files. I'll let you know, we're going to be adding even more files.
Like a lot more files.
A lot.
And when I say that y'all need to jump in on the sublimation course now, I'm telling you, and I feel like those that have been around, when I tell you, when I'm telling you that things are going to change, I mean it. I don't just say it. But they're gonna change.
Yeah.
And getting in at the price that we have now, because you do get all of those updates.
So good.
So why not jump in on that lower price now before we do have to? Because we're, like I said,
adding a bunch.
Adding so much more, and the more we add, the higher our value has to go.
Heck yeah. So the price will definitely be going up on that program. So if you're not in There's $70 off, no coupon code needed. You can spread it over 2 months, or you can just pay in full today. There's a lot of curriculum in there. We will help you know what supplies you need, everything like that. My little favorite tagline for this program is you'll save the cost of the investment by just saying yes to the course instead of wasting a lot of blanks and supplies, because you will. I mean, we waste thousands of dollars.
We really did.
In testing to get, days and weeks of testing with different printers and finding the best color codes.
Yes.
Sublimation is such a fun thing once you have it dialed in, but getting to that dialed in standpoint can be a little hairy.
It can be.
So we want to help you.
Yes.
So that's what we love. So it's super, super fun. Yes, I love it. Megan says, even if you don't sublimate, the course is fantastic just for the files. I use them for print and cut. Oh my gosh, Megan, is Megan not a sublimator? Does Megan do you not sublimate?
I don't know. I thought she was.
Let us know. If you're not sublimating, it's once you start sublimating, for anyone that has been on the fence, I love it.
It is honestly one of, if I am creating something, especially if I'm creating something that I either want to sell or something that I want to last forever. Sublimation is 100%. My go-to.
100%. And I just want to let you guys know, the sublimation process in general is so flawless. Being able to have that in your home, at your fingertips, that quality, I love to sublimate. If I had to start a handmade business tonight,
yes,
not tomorrow, tonight,
yes,
I think it would have to be centered around sublimation.
For sure.
Because I would want to be able to do it in the comfort of my own home.
Yes.
Really, really quickly, whether it's on the kitchen table, wherever, my basement, what have you. Minimal supply. Very minimal supplies. But it's the one that gives me the quickest return. I could sublimate something. I feel like my workflow would be really good. If you're on the fence about selling your sublimation items, definitely check out Dottie's podcast.
Yes.
She sublimates so much. She does 20. It's nothing for her to work a full shift at her job and then do 20 or 30 shirts. So that's something for you to consider if you're looking for a handmade business. So I love it. If you do not know what sublimation is, great question. Sublimation is pretty much a specific printer with sublimation ink. So it's not an inkjet printer, it's not a laser printer, it's a inkjet printer converted for sublimation, or it's a printer made for sublimation.
Yeah,
but
so
most cases you're converting one, which is super easy, nothing to fret over. But the process is you're printing, like a print and cut, and then you're going to do the heating, which is go take that ink, turn it into a gas, and absorb into mainly polyester material.
Yes.
So you can't do cotton, it needs to be polyester, mostly. It needs to be a percentage.
There are workarounds.
Yeah, there's a lot of workarounds. There's a lot of if, then, but, if-thens.
Yes, and we really go over all of that in the sublimation course. We go over the things that you do need, the things that you don't need, because there are a lot of things out there when it comes to sublimation that are great, and then there are a lot of things that are what are you doing? Yeah. For example, I've seen a lot of people use sublimation sprays, spraying it on your shirt.
And we teach you the best ways for all the different material. One of my favorite hacks, I love this, glitter HTV, sublimating on glitter HTV. Holy cow, looks so good.
Yeah.
So it's super, super cool. Hey Autumn, so good you're here. Oh my goodness. Learning to sublimate on a glass cup. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Super, super fun. So we love it. But yeah, it's gonna be great. Can you use an easy press with sublimation? Kelly. So we'll talk about it.
Yes.
As long as your heat source and your heat plate is larger, and this is general, of course there's workarounds, as long as it's larger than whatever you're sublimating. So if you have a 9x9 easy press, you want to sublimate 9x9 or less, okay? If you have a big 15 by, what's ours?
That's a 15 by 15.
15 by 15, then you can sublimate up to 15 by 15 flawlessly, super simple, no hacking it, really easy.
And the other thing with sublimation is for the process, because it's a chemical reaction and it's a bonding process. And for that bonding process to happen, you do have to hold pressure. And the only thing you can sublimate with the easy press. We've done it.
We love
it's
it.
possible. it's doable.
Yes.
The only thing is you have to be very, very careful with not moving that easy press when you sublimate, or you take the chance of ghosting and moving your image. So that is the biggest drawback.
Yeah, it's definitely a drawback. Once you get into sublimation, I was thinking sublimation would be great for people in small spaces as long as you can handle a heat press. I would say if you're going to go all in on sublimation, you need room for a heat press. They're heavy, but they're good. Yes. Like you will love having it. It'll be super, super fun. So definitely consider it. We'll talk about all of it. Let's go ahead and dive in. I'm super, super excited. Kelly says I'm getting ready to buy the course very soon. Yay, Kelly. I will let you know. I want to make sure that you're like, wait, Tanner didn't tell me. The price is going up very soon. So if you want it for 70 off, I would tell you like the next week, like probably could be the last week. So definitely get in there. There is a payment plan, so you can spread it out across 2 payments, one today, one in 30 days, if you would like, and it's super fun. Gary says, do you show how to do bigger images? My printer only does 8.5 by 11. So we teach you how to use printers that are larger than that, but you also can, piece it together. I'm trying to remember which training I did that would teach you how to do.
We did a bath mat.
That's what it was. Thank you.
It was a bath mat.
So
it's on our channel for free.
Yes, so it is on our YouTube channel. We did a bath mat, and we could teach you how to layer it up and kind of what we did. So just search Makers Gonna Learn bath mat sublimation. You'll probably get there.
Also, if your printer does 8.5 by 11, then you do have the capabilities of doing 8.5 by 14 at least.
That's true.
You can't go any wider than 8.5, but you can go longer.
Yes. Congratulations, Holly. Just joined Inner Circle. Congratulations. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We love that. I'm super excited that you're in there, and I'm ready to share with you guys the supplies you need today. It is very minimal. So, of course, sublimating directly on wood, it could actually like just disappear because it's not really absorbing to anything. So what you need to have is a lamination sheet. So you need to have a lamination sheet that you can cut in half, like it's not, covered. So you only need one side. You'll need one side of the lamination sheet per side of the wood. So we made ours right here. Here's what we're making today. How about that? Hope you love 90s country. We're gonna do a front and a back. The lamination sheet is super permanent. The heat will activate on here. It'll go in, it'll look super great. Then we'll be able to sublimate on it. How about that? Super easy. I'm gonna teach you how exactly to do that today. You will want to have some bungee, what'd you call this cord?
It's
like in jewelry making.
Yeah, it's like a elastic cord.
Yes, elastic cord. You could add some beads on here, super easy. We have just these 3 1/4 inch wooden rounds. Y'all, these
came from Amazon.
So affordable. You can get these at Amazon. You can get these at Walmart, Hobby Lobby. Super easy.
And we actually got them in a really big bag.
In a big bag of like 100.
So we use them for so many different things.
Yeah, we keep these. These are just good to have. Christmas ornaments. What we're doing for the car today, like you could do a lot of these. So we've linked them down below. So if you want to get our pack, we have linked that, which is awesome. You will need a true control knife. I'll share with you why. We are using sublimation paper. I will tell you, you don't have to use sublimation paper if you don't want to. You can actually use printer paper. I have a whole training on, they're very similar, but we prefer to use sublimation paper. Super awesome, super, super easy, and it is gonna be a lot of fun. And I'm pretty sure that's like all the supplies. Of course, let's go to the main camera. This is our heat press we have today. This is like the biggest heat press you will ever need. This is an investment. This is a StarCraft. You don't have to use a StarCraft. They have ones on Amazon. They're really great too. I purchased this as like, I just wanted it. Can I just tell y'all that? I just wanted this one. This one's really fun. I've always seen people with this one, and it was one of those things when we started developing the sublimation course, it was a great way for me to justify getting a new heat press. So it took me a long time to get this. Like, they're expensive. So don't feel like you have to buy this one. this is just like a splurge because we're crafters. And I want
very much a splurge.
Very much a splurge. You could get literally, Lauren, you could get one for what, half the price?
Yeah, so I was actually putting together something that is
something new coming.
Something new coming for you guys. I was putting that together and I found one that I think is very, very comparable on Amazon for like $200.
Oh yeah. So see, you'll be able to get these when you're ready to invest. Like you'll be able to get these really, really easily, which is awesome. Is everything you're teaching today go be in the sublimation course? Kelly, yeah, pretty much everything we touch on today, if not more, I mean, for sure more is in the program. So yeah, if you haven't signed up, go ahead and sign up. There is so much more than what we're training you on today in the course. And the reason you buy a course is because we start at step 1 and we walk you through the whole journey really at your own pace, which is super awesome. So yay!
I just now thought before you jump in.
I do need some butcher's paper. Oh,
it's right here.
Thank you.
But I also, you need to bump that heat press up to 380, 385 because it was on 270 where I just did some puff vinyl.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. So I'm just go ahead and set this to like 380. Come on.
Do you want me to do it?
Oh no, you're okay. It's
because I know how to hold it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do.
It'll start beeping. Here. It'll start beeping really fast when you do it right.
What? Is it like a flick of the wrist?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Huh.
It does.
I swear I was holding it. Y'all.
You can't hold it too hard.
I love it. Super fun. So that's gonna be set at like 380, which is like our favorite temperature for sublimation. So again, your Easy Press can do it because it's under 400 and it is super, super fun. So our offer today is you can either grab Sublimation course, $70 off, or you can get started in our membership for only $1, which is crazy town. So we're super excited. So again, not crazy supplies, but again, it is so much fun once you get into sublimation. So let's go ahead and share the screen and I'll walk you through how to get set up for today's project. All right, so we have 2 different options for you guys to choose from, and I think it'll be fun to ask the audience today which one we should recreate. So if you would like us to recreate the Hope You Like 90s Country, will you drop me a number 1 in the comments? All right, drop number 1 in the comments if you want us to create that one. And then comment number 2 if you would like us to make the Hope You Like 2000s hip hop. So whichever one that you comment, 1 or 2, Lauren will decide on which one we make. So go ahead and drop that in the comments. We are using 2 Maker's Gonna Learn fonts. We're using 2 patterns for Maker's Gonna Learn, and we're just adding an offset. Y'all, this is super, super easy. I cannot wait to walk you guys through this. It's gonna be super fun and it's gonna be really, really awesome. I'm seeing a lot of numbers. Hey Judy, Donna, Renee, Kathy, Melinda, Lori, Michelle, Jennifer, as everyone's going ahead and chiming in. Yay!
So when we were creating these, I created, which my music style is literally all over the place. I've found that one day I'll be listening to classic rock and the next day it's 90s country and then hip hop and rap and whatever. So I created the first one for myself because that's mine and Asher's go-to.
Heck yeah.
And then I was creating the second one for Alicia.
I love it. So good. So yeah.
We should have done a poll. We should have done a poll.
We should have. Darn. Well, which one should we do? Which one should we recreate?
Everybody's saying 1, but then we got a lot of 2s.
We already have this one, so should we make the 2?
Let's make the 2.
We'll make the 2, so that way we can show you both. We'll have 2 finished ones, and that'll be awesome. So if you love 90s country, thank you for showing up and showing out. But today on the show, we are going to recreate this one. The best part is you can redo this either way. If you are wanting to make the 90s country one, let me share with you the font. And is the font Giddy Up? Yeah, the font is Giddy Up. And do we know the name? Is the file linked down below for them?
Yeah, they all should be linked. It's so the cow pattern. Cow pattern is the pattern that we used. Giddy Up is the font. They both should be linked down below. And then the other one is Abstract. It's an abstract pattern.
Love it.
and then Dreamcatcher font.
Dreamcatcher, yay! All right, y'all. So it is going to be super fun. When you're over at Maker's Gonna Learn, you can see here's the Giddy Up. And then if you want to take a look at Dreamcatcher, you can go over here and you can see we have the Dreamcatcher. It's very, very fun, super simple. When you are a member, you don't have ads. So if you're a member and you're not signed in, just go ahead and click sign in to make sure you have access to everything.
Now Dreamcatcher is one we do need to download.
Yeah, so we're going to download the Dreamcatcher font. One thing I want to share with you guys is that you can type in like any samples. So like you could type in hello and see, you know, the samples. So we love having this feature on Maker's Gonna Learn. Again, for our dollar deal today, guess what? You could download this font because you have 20 credits to download whatever you want. And it's super simple. When you download a font, you're just gonna click on that zip file. You're gonna open that zip file up. This font is an OTF. You'll click install. Super easy. I love it. Nobody's dissing your country, Diane. We love it.
Oh no, 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 no. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's awesome. So now the font is downloaded onto your device, which is fantastic. But guess what? It is not in Design Space. So we must go ahead, save our project, and we'll just save that real fast. And then guess what? We are now going to reload Design Space. You could go up here and click quit, all of that, but guess what? We're just going to do a forced reload, which is our favorite. And then sometimes the car project pops back up. Sometimes it goes away. It popped back up today, which is beautiful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to zoom on in, and guess what? It's really simple to go ahead and get this shape that we're using today because we are using just a circle. So we're going to grab shapes. We are going to grab a circle, and we're going to size it at 3.25. Should we do any larger than 3.25 so that we have a little overhang, do you think?
The reason that I just did the 3.25 is because that is the size of that, and I wanted to make sure that my words fit perfectly in that 3.25.
So if you wanted to have a little overhang, you would just want to be weary of your font being a little smaller. So that is awesome. The pattern we are using today is linked down below. But if you go over to cut files, we can actually show you it. So you can search abstract.
Yes.
Beautiful. And you can see, y'all, we have a lot of different patterns. Like there's a lot of crazy ones. You can just download the abstract one here because that's the one we're using. We have probably a patterns. Yeah, look at this. If you just want to take a look at a lot of different interesting patterns, check this out. So we could go view all. Let's see how long it would take to load all of them. Hopefully it wouldn't take too long. But you can see here, we have a lot of different patterns. I mean, they literally just loaded all of them. Like there's spring patterns. We have patterns with dark background. Oh my gosh, the cup wrap. I mean, come on, y'all. Another cup wrap. I mean, look at all these cup wraps that you could use in different ways. So they're very, very customizable. Egg and carrots. I mean, I love that. I love it.
So many different patterns on the website.
So many. So you could take any of these, okay? So you could take any of these patterns and bring it together. Valentine's Day, small stroke, transparent, Valentine's pattern with donuts. I've never seen that one. So it's super fun. So anyway, we're going to open up the abstract file. We now have that PNG. And we're going to drop it over in Design Space. So what we'll do is we're going to go to upload. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them. Now's a great time to ask any Design Space questions. We're going to say this is a complex image and press continue. We're happy with how it looks. Continue. And this is the big part. We want to make sure it's a print, then cut image. So click upload. Ta-da! Ta-da! And it's just uploading.
So somebody asked, do we have a, I'm assuming you're meaning like a live, on how to print 13 by 19 from your ET 15,000. We actually don't use the EcoTank 15,000. We have used our Workforce, or our large format printers that we have used in the past has been the Epson Workforce printer.
We love those.
And then, which that has now become, they kind of realized that we were, like people were converting the Workforce with the cartridges. And so we did like a firmware update and it quit on us. But since then we've got the Epson tank, the ET 8550.
And it's awesome.
Which we absolutely love.
It's very thin. It's very light. Like, it's awesome. Like, you'll love it. It's a very great printer. But again, if you're inside of the Makers Gonna Sublimate course, you get all of our content. So that'll definitely help you for sure. So we're gonna add this pattern to our canvas. And it's a very large file. So you can just scale it down. Scale this down. Love it. Now, I will say, depending on how small you make your file, will decide and determine how your pattern is going to look, okay? So what I mean by that is if you zoom it out, it'll be more focused, and if you scale it down, you'll have more patterns. So that's just like a quick tip. Now, we're just gonna place this over our shape. We're gonna select both of these, and you can click slice, or you can click, you could click intersect, I believe. I thought so. It did the opposite.
I slice it.
Yeah, it does the opposite with patterns, so you do just want to be familiar. I like challenging myself to see if I can use some of these features. So if we do subtract, it says none.
I think patterns you have to do slice.
Which is interesting. So once you slice it, look at that. You can just delete out the big piece, and then you'll have two pieces. So you're gonna wanna keep your pattern piece. You don't need your circle anymore. Ta-da! All right, now we get to grab our Dreamcatcher font. Guys, this is so easy, right? Are you guys picking up what we're sitting down?
So we did have somebody ask a tutorial on the print process since you can't use Design Space. If we're printing something that's larger than the print and cut, then then we normally use Canva.
Yeah, so, but we have, just to let everybody know, in Sublimation course, there's training on doing it in Canva, there's training in doing it in Inkscape, I believe, and there's training on doing it like through Preview. So whichever way you wanna do it, there is possibility. There's even training on how to get something out of Design Space and like bring it into Canva, depending on where you designed it. So there's a lot of options to work around that. So that's a great question. So yeah, we'd love to help you. So okay, we're gonna type out "Hope you like 2000s hip hop." Hope you like, and I'm gonna scale this down because this is big. Hope you like 2000s hip hop. Beautiful. So once we have that, we can scale this down just like so. And again, we definitely need a little something. So the easiest something you can do is just go add an offset, and you can decide this offset. So we're using round corners, and we're just gonna bring this in. Bring it in. And you can kind of just play around with where you want it. And then once you're happy, you can go ahead and click apply. And we're gonna change the offset. You can go up here to the color, and we're gonna change it to that pink. So ta-da! You can go down to advanced and like create a color of your own too. So whichever one you want. So there you have it. The last step here would be to select all of this, all right? Select all of this here, and once you're happy with it, you're going to go ahead and press flatten, all right? Press flatten. Ta-da! And then boom, look at that. You have your two awesome ones that are ready to go, and you will now have no problem whatsoever getting this ready and preparing. So we only need one, so here it is. And now we're going to talk about the relationship between your printer with your computer. So let's go ahead and act like we're just going to print this like normal. We're going to press make it. And you can see it is right here, super easy. We have this black box. The black box is really close. Is it always like that? It used to not be. So look at our, it's not that close, but.
I think it's just because you have it selected.
Oh, okay, perfect. I was about to be
also, I would add 2 copies.
Yes, so we need one for the front and the back. Thank you. I was about to totally forget that. So you do need one for the front and you do need one for the back. So again, material size is the same. We do not want to mirror this because again, it's going to be sublimation. We do want to mirror this.
No, not with the printer we're using. We do not.
My word. Yes. Okay, so let's talk about this. So our sure color is go automatically.
Yes.
Go ahead and mirror it.
Because for those that have been around the channel and those that have seen us sublimate before, if we are not needing a large format printer, we always gravitate toward our Epson Sure Color F170 printer, which is a sublimation ready printer that Epson has created for the at-home sublimator.
And we love it, and it's super easy. Y'all, the colors on here, if you're like scared about picking a printer, pick the Sure Color to start with. It's awesome.
Because you do not have to work with color profiles.
You don't have to work with color profiles. You don't have to worry about mirroring, like none of that. So if you have a traditional printer, you just have to make sure to mirror it or flip it. But with this, you don't have to at all. So that's awesome. So now that we have it, we're going to press continue. And we're going to click send to printer. And we're not going to choose the printer from Cricut Design Space. We're going to click up here and go to use system dialog.
Turn the bleed off.
We're going to turn bleed off, thank you, and press print. And then boom, look what's going to pop up. Ta-da! So we're going to use the Sure Color. We're going to make sure that it's the right size, you know, same settings, everything like that. Lauren, anything else you think we should do to it?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Do you like going over here to print settings?
Nope.
Or, oops.
I like going to the color matching.
Yeah.
And doing color sync.
So color sync is going to go ahead and sync it with like the built-in like type of software that's in here, yeah?
Yeah, so color sync, there is a difference. There's Epson Color Match and the color sync. Color sync is going to give you more or less the colors you see on the screen.
Yes.
The Epson Color Controls, I think is what it's called, gives you a deeper color.
Yeah.
So like sometimes it tends to, I don't know, I found that it tends to look burnt sometimes.
Yeah.
So I always go to I like color sync the best.
Yeah. If you have a printer that you're converting and you need help getting like your, you know, all the things, your colors like synced up and get those added to your computer, we teach that inside the program. So, you know, there's kind of a few steps to go through to do that. Can be a little overwhelming, so it's taught, so it's super easy, and we love it. So, yay, that is awesome. Now, when this prints out, has anyone ever experienced this? When you print it out, look at this. Totally different. Guys, totally, totally different. So it's always gonna be lighter when you print it out than when you actually sublimate it. So you're gonna see this transformation, all right? You're gonna be able to see it. I'm going to let this dry for a second, then we'll cut these out, and it's super easy. While we wait before we cut this, what we're gonna do is we're going to heat set our laminate sheet. So we'll be able to go ahead and just attach our laminate sheet down. We'll do one side at a time, and then we'll be able to just adhere it. So I'm going to use some butcher's paper just to protect my surface. I don't think the laminate sheet it'll probably stick to it, right?
I always like to sandwich in between a regular sheet of paper.
Yeah.
Like put the regular sheet of paper on bottom,
yeah.
Then your whatever you want to sublimate on, and then your laminate sheet on top.
Right.
And the laminate sheet that he is using is just like your regular pocket laminate sheet that you can get from Walmart.
So
we've torn it in half and then cut it up to the size we need it.
Yeah, just whatever size you need. And then, I mean, Lauren, this doesn't take long at all. Should I add another sheet of paper?
You can do another sheet of paper on top.
Yeah.
Actually, laminate sheet does not have a very high adhere temperature.
No.
So it can adhere at a lower temperature. So you only need it under there for like a few seconds.
I'm honestly not even gonna like let it touch that much.
That should be good.
So we're just, I mean, that was like, what, like 5 seconds? And then you can take a look at it and you can see how it's went on.
Now it is going to stick to the paper, so you're gonna have to cut it away from the paper.
Yeah. So look at this. Awesome. So it's adhered on here, and it was just very like little that it stuck, so nothing crazy. You can do a true control knife, or you can do scissors. I think a good mix between both of them is really handy. Do I have anything like a Cricut mat I could cut around? I don't want to hurt the table too much, but I'll use this paper. So I'm just gonna go through and go around this one. And the laminate sheet is like so nice to like go ahead and like cut around. And you can kind of start feeling it pop out. And honestly, this wood that we're using is perfect. And again, the wood is very lightweight. So again, perfect for a little car project.
So if you have any questions, make sure you drop those in the comments for us here. Yes. We would love to answer them. I have seen a couple people that have like suggestions. People they love their EcoTank 15,000. I'm pretty sure it's just a regular, which ours is a regular. The 8550 is a regular printer as well, and they've just converted it into a sublimation printer. So really, yay, both of those would work. We just went with the 8550.
Yeah, you could do either one. I mean, they're all very similar. That's the cool thing. And we're just gonna do this other side. So remember, we're doing one on the front and one on the back. I just wanna make sure the wood debris is not on there.
Nancy asked, how stable is the color using this method? Meaning, does it end up fading? Does it need to stay out of sunlight? So the color, it doesn't fade extremely bad in the sunlight. Now, anything is going to, I feel like people have this thing like you're trying to make something last for 10 years. Okay, it's not gonna last for 10 years if it's in direct sunlight every single day. However, over time, with enough heat and sunlight, it will eventually fade, but it will take a lot longer than like regular vinyl or other things like that.
So it will last like significantly increased.
Yes. Why don't you sublimate directly onto the wood? That is a great question, Renee. The reason that we don't sublimate directly onto the wood is because we need that polymer coating on that wood. There's nothing on, that's just a natural piece of wood. So there's no polymers that are going to allow that ink to adhere to it. So the ink needs some type of polymer coating to adhere to stay. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Yeah, some people, you'll see people talk about like they've sublimated on wood and then all of a sudden it like disappeared. That's a thing. If you ever think you're go outsmart sublimation and sublimate on like 100% cotton shirt, it'll be there for a minute and then it'll just disappear. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy. So I'm just peeling off this. So now I have a truly like fully laminated coat of sublimation. So let's take a look at this. So it feels, y'all, it feels really good. Feels awesome, super simple, okay? So what we're gonna do, grab our scissors. I just poked myself with tweezers. That was not fun, it's okay. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna cut this out. And there's so many, guys, so many sublimation hacks out there that you can use. So there's so many different hacks out there that you can use. Lauren, what were you looking for?
I couldn't see the tape from my side. Oh. The heat press was blocking it from the back.
Y'all, can we just talk about our heat tape? Like, shout out to heat tape. I totally forgot to mention this in the supplies. This will change your life. There's heat sprays that you could use in some instances, but the tape is like ride or die, okay? Also, I just found these scissors and they work so much better.
I had this laying out.
I know.
See, Tanner says he loves the heat tape. I'm more of a, now for smaller projects like this that I don't want to.
For small ones like this.
For small projects like this, I don't get out the sublimation adhesive spray, but for projects that I have to be precise on, I love the spray.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna make sure that I line up. We went ahead and like kind of created some little holes in here. If you want to do this project too, you'll want to drill like a little bitty hole. I mean, it is so simple. You would just take this and you could stack up a few of these. This is kind of like my hack. Very simple. You want to be careful about your table, and you're just gonna want to drill just a little hole. It'll be so fast. I mean, that literally, y'all, that was it. That was the hole drilled through. So now you have your hole, which is really easy. Now, the only project now is to line up your hole. After you've laminated all that, you're gonna wanna go ahead and make sure it lines up with the top of your text, okay? So we'll end up poking that through with like a true control knife towards the end. But now, this is where it's precise. So you wanna make sure you see your pattern kind of everywhere off your project, and you just want to tape it down.
So we have had some questions. First one that I've seen is, can I use infusible ink sheets for this? So yes, you can. If you already have infusible ink sheets, you can cut an infusible ink sheet to the size of the wooden round and then do that. And then if you wanted to do vinyl lettering on the top, you can do that as well. If you are using the infusible ink sheets though, remember those infusible ink sheets are pretty much just pre-printed sublimation sheets. So you're still gonna have to add the laminate to the wood if you use wood.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And the next question is, which side of the laminate sheet should go against the blank? So if you're using like a laminate pouch and you tear the two pieces apart, it should be the matte side goes against your blank and the shiny side is up.
Yep, so this is what it's gonna look like, and we will actually hit this a sub paper down. And let me just explain to you the sandwich here. So you're gonna get a sheet of butcher's paper. Here's our butcher's paper. You can rip this in half, because we only need a little piece.
That's a thick butcher's paper.
It really is for this tiny project. Anyway, so this is the sandwich. You're gonna have butcher's paper down, you're gonna have your project here, and then you're gonna have another piece of butcher's paper. This is what we call our butcher's paper sandwich. And again, we lay it with the sublimation sheet closest, okay? Sublimation, the A-sub paper on top, so it can get directly in there. What's really good is the butcher's paper is going to make sure that it protects your heating source so no sublimation ink gets in here, because guess what? If you're putting a shirt in here next time and there's some piece of little ink that gets stuck in there, it's gonna go onto your next project, all right? So I love it. Should you spray on a cutting board or laminate? So it depends on the texture. I would probably do the laminate if you're not, if it's especially for looks. Okay, so we're gonna press this down and we're gonna do this for right at a minute. And you can adjust all the things here. So if it's like, if you're doing thicker wood and you want, this grip is too tight, you can loosen it and things like that. So yay, I love it.
Yeah, that's another thing is if you do sublimate onto a cutting board, it's obviously going to be for
decorative
purposes only. Now, I have seen some people that sublimate on the glass cutting boards using white. Is it white laminate? They use white laminate, and we've done it too. White laminate on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you can sublimate all the way through the white laminate.
Which is cool.
Through the white vinyl, sorry.
Yes. So there are different workarounds as long as you're using the back. Okay, so we've done that, and there's even like Dollar Tree ones that we've done. So there's a lot to choose from. All right, lift this up. And there we go. You can see this. So we're just going to remove it. It's very hot. I'm going to give it a moment.
Your heat gloves should be in the drawer.
Oh, it's fine. It's not that hot. It's not that hot, right?
Okay.
Ta-da! y'all. Are you guys ready for this?
You do as I say, not as I do. Use your heat gloves.
Y'all, we don't always got heat gloves.
They're in the drawer.
We got them. Okay, so look at this right here. So you can see that it was like so potent, the sublimation paper, that it like even got on my butcher's paper. So again, I'm not going to reuse this. And Donna, we used this for 1 minute at 380 degrees. So cool this off. And then y'all, look at this. Oh my goodness, look at it. Aw, look at this. Guys, come on. Look at how good it looks.
That pattern looks really good with that wood.
I love the natural wood on the pattern. I feel like you get to see the wood a lot more on this pattern because this one's like very black and like you don't even get to tell it's wood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Looks really good. All right, so we're gonna repeat the same thing to the back. That's the cool part. You can do the same thing. And we're gonna use 2 fresh pieces of butcher's paper just to make sure you guys understand how important it is.
So Anna says, I'm new to this crafting stuff. What is sublimation paper? So sublimation paper is just a special type of paper that kind of it absorbs the ink and holds that sublimation ink on it. I don't want to say, yeah, it does a little bit better than copy paper, but you can still sublimate using copy paper.
Yes.
We just think that, I personally think that you get better results.
You do,
when you use sublimation paper.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's specifically made for this process.
Yep, and it's designed for it. Like you want to use what you're supposed to. All right, there we go. So again, we're gonna flip this over. So we have our butcher's paper, we have our wood laminate right here, we have our butcher's paper here. All right, so that's our sandwich.
So the good part about this is somebody said, I missed so much. You can go back and rewatch this. As soon as we're done, you can go back and rewatch as many times as you want, as many times as you need.
Yep,
you can rewatch and it'll be up on our channel.
This is a really fun, I mean, this one's a really fun one because we're using the laminate sheets. If you're doing regular sublimation, this project like takes half the work away.
Yeah.
If you're doing a regular t-shirt, we would have designed it, printed it, and pressed it.
And we would have been done.
And that would have been done. So this is the fun part because you're getting to learn how you use laminate sheets with the wood and that relationship. So it's a little different.
Yes, this is a very similar process to the tiles that we used for Christmas. You don't have to obviously heat this up as much as you do the tiles.
Oh my gosh, the tiles are a lot.
The tiles were like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was scary.
It was, but it has to, and it also with the tiles you have to heat it from it's a different process.
It's a whole different world.
But we do use laminate for both processes. And for those that may have missed it, you don't have to use laminate every single time you sublimate. You can get blanks that are that already have like the polymer coating on them. I told you they were in there. Coastal Business Supplies has some great stuff. Heat Transfer Warehouse right now has a summer sublimation sale going on.
Snap, crackle, pop.
I just saw it yesterday just to put you guys on that. Check out Heat Transfer Warehouse. They have a great sale going on with their cups and stuff. So just FYI.
Look at this. There's this side. Yay.
Yeah, Carol said that these would be awesome personalized gift tags as well.
Oh my gosh, 100%.
So cute for Christmas wrapping.
Yeah. Super fun. Super, super fun. So the last thing we're going to do is we're just going to poke our hole through the laminate so that we can thread our cord. Love it.
Diana asked, can you sublimate on any type of shirt? So one thing that we really talk about in our sublimation course, which if you are wanting to jump into sublimation, you definitely need the course. Like we're gonna help you, walk you through the process.
Today's live should showcase there's so many things that like we build on in the course,
yes.
So you're not having to like ask all these questions. Because there is a lot, y'all. There's a lot.
So there has to be some type of polyester count in your shirt for your sublimation to adhere. Because the process of sublimation, it's a solid when it's an ink, or a liquid when it's an ink. Then that liquid turns into a gas. then that gas adheres to the polymers, and the polymers kind of take a big bear hug and don't let that ink go.
Yeah.
It kind of marries it.
100%.
So it makes it permanent. So you do have to have some type of polyester in your shirt.
Yes, I love it. Now, Lauren, do you want to come over and teach us how you do your little charms? I think this is so fun.
Sure.
I love it.
So the way that I did these personally is we just got some really cute, these charms come from Amazon. You can do it however you want. There are lots of different ways you can do these, but this just came in like a multi-pack. So let's just find us something that
I think we originally bought these. Oh my gosh, I feel like, could this work?
Oh yeah, those two would be really cute.
We bought these to make like the nurse, like little
that
lanyards.
One in the middle, maybe?
Ooh, I like that.
Or do we like that one in the middle?
I like that a lot.
I don't know.
Maybe, This is for Alicia, so I'm trying,
I know, I'm trying to think like what would Alicia want?
I know. That's a lot. What about, what about the gray?
I don't know.
Marble?
No, not the vibe. I think the clear is the vibe.
I think the clear is the vibe.
I was hoping that would be the vibe, but it's not.
Okay. Too much.
Okay, so what I did, and I actually just now realized I had two of the smaller ones, but like two of the round ones, but it doesn't matter. What I like to do with this is, and this is pretty long, but you want to cut it pretty long to make sure that it's going to fit.
Don't miss nothing.
But what I did was I took this and looped it through here, and then you're going to take your second one and go through there as well.
That's the hack.
Yeah.
I love that.
If I can get it to go through. I think what I had to do was pull it down like this, and then get this on this other side.
And you want to make sure that your cord like doesn't fray. You might have to start it again, cut a piece off.
Okay, I think it's going.
Y'all, this is so fun. Oh, Kathy, YouTube just told me you were live. Oh my gosh, Kathy, we have been live since 1:30. Cannot believe they just now told you. How dare they?
And then
rinse and repeat.
Yep, I'm just gonna cut this one off to be the same size as that. And we're gonna try them both at the same time this time.
Yeah, so if you've ever made any of the key fobs, this is really fun, and it's awesome. So also, press needs to get up to 400 degrees. Yeah, most heat presses will get up to 400 degrees. Like the entire Easy Press line gets up to 400 degrees. This one gets up to, does this one get hotter than 400, Lauren? Do you know?
I have never tried.
I feel like if there was a temperature, one to go hotter than 400, it would be that one. And that's the StarCraft one, so it's super fun.
So this is the most time-consuming part right here. It's just adding in your beads.
Love it.
And then we'll add in the last one.
And then you're done. Y'all, what do we think? Let us know what your questions are, what your comments are. Can you stain wood after sublimating without damaging the image? Okay, so you can't really stain the wood because we added the laminate sheet. You picking up what I'm sitting down here? Yeah. So you would want to make sure to do any staining, anything like that prior to adding the awesome laminate sheet. So that's super fun. So yeah, this is a really fun, really fun project. Look at that.
Now, from there, if you wanted to, you can add a knot at the top of this.
To keep them in place.
To keep them in place. So I'm just gonna like double that up, and this is to keep my knots down where I want them to go. I hold.
Smart.
You have to be kind of careful with it.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Give me just a second.
Love it. Yeah, the charms are so fun. Okay, 2 questions. Lauren, where do you get the sublimation spray? What kind and what large size printer do you use? So Cheryl, we went over our larger printer. It's an Epson ET, is it the
8550? It's actually a photo printer.
Yeah.
So the reason that I chose that one was because I felt like we would be able to get deeper, more detailed colors and like images, because it does come with, you have a tank for, so you have your 4 regular colors, your black, your cyan, your magenta, and your yellow. But it also comes with a photo black and a gray tank.
It's pretty neat.
So I felt like we would be able to get more of a color range with that one, is why I chose that one.
And honestly, for the price, it's pretty good money-wise too, for the large format.
For a large format printer, yes,
and large format printers, you just need to swallow.
You
have to swallow it.
It's an investment.
It's an investment.
It's an investment.
Yeah. And then we get our spray from a very unique...
Condi.
It's a very unique company.
There it is.
There we go.
We use, and we'll go overhead, this is the Condi Dytrans Pro Spray 2. Yeah. You can actually go to their website and order this.
That's where we get it from.
Yeah, I think the first time I ordered it from like Bradshaw Blanks, which is a local business, just because they were running a sale at the time.
Oh, cool.
But you can, I have noticed, I went on their website yesterday actually, and you can order this from their website. If you just type in Conde, however you want to say that, that's where we got our sublimation spray.
I love it. And now we have 2 awesome charms from laminate sheets.
Yep. And one thing that I want to suggest with your, if you were to sell these, give these away, have them as gifts, whatever, I would not pre-tie these.
Oh.
I would leave them open like this. I pre-tied that one because I knew it was going to fit in my car.
Yeah.
And so I tied it for my car.
Right.
But if you were selling these or if you were giving these away, I would leave this pretty long and let them tie it around depending on where they want it.
I love that.
I would allow them to tie it and then cut off the excess.
That's awesome. Well, yay! Oh my goodness. Y'all, what did you guys think of this amazing project? How about it? Such a unique one. I did not realize, Lauren, I feel like over the last 6 months, we have not talked near as much about sublimation.
We haven't. And sublimation is one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, gear up for us to talk about sublimation.
We are bringing sublimation back. Because what have we been making? I mean, come on. Wonder what we have been making. We've been making other stuff. We've been doing a lot of paper projects. We've been doing a lot. There's always a lot of projects around here. But if you guys want more sublimation projects, let us know what type of projects do you guys want. We would love that. Carol says, do you get 6 sub inks for your printer? Yes.
So there are only, we get it, so the inks that we use for our Epson ET8550 they're Cosmo inks.
Love Cosmo.
And they do have a photo black ink and they have a gray ink.
Yeah.
So we do have 6 sublimation inks in our printer.
And y'all, when you get into the sublimation course, I just want to emphasize, number 1, the process going up. Number 2, we're adding a ton more to the program. There's, how many files right now are in the program? Is it 300?
I think 250 to 300.
250 to 300, depending. Yes. There's some really fun templates in there. We've never offered templates in any other program. So you can go on the sales page, kind of get a sneak peek at some of the files. Yep. There's like well over 20 videos. There's well over multiple full project tutorials in there. But the thing is, the process is going up. We're adding hundreds of new files, and you can get in for $70 off today. Mm-hmm. So it's a really good investment. We are making an emphasis to bring more education to sublimation on our channel. So if this is something you want to consider, I recommend the course, and then let us even help you pick your printer. Mm-hmm. Let us talk you through all the ways to add in these sprays, laminate sheets. I mean, the possibilities are, I know we say it all the time, possibilities are endless. They are endless, and that's why you need curriculum. Yep. So if you're a maker who's going to learn remember membership teaches you how to be like a master level Cricut user. Like, that's our focus. So anything Cricut related, we put it in the membership. Mm-hmm. Sublimation is an individual investment into an additional course, right? Yeah. We can't just say membership is for everything, or we would never be able to stop, right? Like, we'd be working all the time. Mm-hmm. So, we want to make sure you're really understanding that commitment to you as a member. So if you want to help master your Cricut, access to our cut files, access to our full library of files, fonts, training, all of that, that is in the membership, and it's only $1 to get enrolled today. Yeah. So 7-day trial for $1, and it's super fun.
Okay, so we have a couple of really good questions. First question that I saw that I definitely want to address: do you think I should do the course before I get a printer or after? My 100% suggestion is to get the course, go through it, because we talk about all of the different printers, and then choose your printer and everything from there. I really think that the course helps you to decide what is best, what you think, we've tested different ones. I also saw somebody say that they have a Sawgrass. Is it a good printer?
We teach it.
We also have a Sawgrass, and we teach it. We have just been very, we have gravitated toward the EcoTank printers, whether it's a conversion EcoTank or the SureColor EcoTank printer, which is made for sublimation. The biggest difference is you're going to pay a little bit more up front for the sublimation ready printer. But on the back end, you're going to have to set your color profiles and go. But we go through all of that. If you do want to save money on your printer, we teach you how to go through your color profiles on the EcoTank, just the EcoTank 2750, I think is what we have.
It's really awesome. And if you're like, wow, I would love to have all of this like linked for me, organized for me, the sublimation course has all of the random products, all of the supplies. Again, it's very detailed. It's linked there. All of the supplies that we actually used in today's video is linked down below. But here's the thing. We've talked about a lot more supplies than just what we used on this project. We've talked about sprays and all the things. So if you're interested, you know, the sublimation course is a great resource. I know a lot of you bought it years ago and you're still reaping the benefits today. So Becky, this is a beginner-friendly course, meaning if you have not even bought a printer, I want to invite you to buy the course to decide what printer you should buy. You feel me? That's how beginner we go. All right, so it's very beginner friendly. If you are more advanced, I want to argue the course is still good for you because you're getting all of our like tips, our hacks, our training on top of the files and on top of the templates. And we have some really cool templates that are kind of hard to get anywhere else that we've designed specifically for you. And we integrated them with Canva for like tumblers, mugs, all those different sorts of things that you get access to. So honestly, it's a great one. Anyone that has the program will tell you they will love it, and it's super, super fun. Jennifer says, I watched the whole course before I even got a printer or blanks, and then I watched it again and again. Exactly, that is so good. Would someone advanced benefit from this class, or is there a better one? So Becky, if you are not a member, I think membership for anyone that is just an advanced crafter is so good because you get 13,000 plus files. Our community membership is great, but if you want our only curriculum that is like focused for sublimation is our sublimation course. So that is awesome. Yay!
We did have a couple more questions that were earlier on that I wanted to address. Someone asked about the laminate sheets if they were self-adhesive. No, they are the heat pouches, the heat laminate, so you have to add heat for them to adhere.
And I like that.
I love that. I love that so much more than the self-adhesive personally, because with the heat activated, when you go to press it for sublimation, it doesn't get any of that like adhesive anywhere. But anyway, we're just using like a stretch elastic cord, not a wax cord. Everything is linked down below. Someone also asked, can laminate sheets be used instead of HTV on cotton shirts? No, laminate's just gonna tear right off of cotton. But we do have another hack using DTF with sublimation that you can check in our sublimation course and also on our channel that would work for cotton shirts. And
Gail says, is Canva involved in the yearly membership? So you do not need to have Canva in order to thrive inside of Makers Gonna Learn's membership at all. We do have on the business side, inside of our inner circle, we've had some bonus training on Canva and designing and like more businessy. But yeah, you do not have to use Canva, especially with your Cricut and things like that. So great question. I'm trying to see. Oh, the program's awesome. I had it for almost 2 years and like all the new cut files. Yay, Wendy, we're adding more. So get ready.
Someone also said thoughts on DTF. Obsessed with it. I actually wore a shirt yesterday that was one of the first, not yesterday, day before yesterday that I made. It was like one of the first DTF shirts that I made, and I've washed it so many times and still wear it, and it looks perfect.
It's really awesome. There's so many innovative ideas and like uses that you can do. So super, super fun, and we cannot wait. So if you are not already a member, try us for $1, 7-day trial. You can get in there, 20 downloads. You can make this project super, super fun. If you are ready to sublimate like a pro, join us in Makers Gonna Sublimate. Cannot wait to see you there. $70 off or $1 to try out the membership. So
there you go.
Super fun. Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. We'll see you back here next week. I am going to go live, and we are going to talk all things Amazon Prime Week.
Ooh, so exciting.
Y'all, get ready because Amazon Prime Week is coming. They announced the dates today, July 11th and July 12th. We are having huge giveaways. We're probably giving away the most things ever.
Yeah.
On those 2 days. We're going live both days. We're hosting a grand party. We're going to party with y'all. It's going to be so much fun. So I'll talk all things that you need to get ready for Prime Week next week. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Get ready for giveaways.
Woo-hoo! There's going to be like over 20. Over 20.
I'm excited.
I'm pumped. It's going to be great.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be our Oprah Winfrey moment, Lauren.
You get a car.
You get a car. I love it.
Everybody
We
gets
love it.
one.
It's our favorite. We will have some of the craziest deals that week, so I can't wait as well. And I can't wait. So can't wait for all of it.
Yep.
See